Hi Taurus, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as we proceed, do keep in mind this is a general reading that is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you're guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. So apply it as you should. But we're going to begin and pull from the Sacred Light Oracle deck and then see where the reading takes us. But the overall message I channel for you for your next 48, time to be proven right. Time to be proven right. Who doesn't like to hear that? And I feel like that's coming through in more than one way. A past decision, choice you made, if not multiple, when it comes to a connection for some. But I do also feel like through your work, there's a level of accuracy and just being on point. Predictive nature for some is being highlighted. I do feel like you just are very happy for the most part in the next 48, and this might prove to you why you made a choice, why spirit pushed a tower moment to happen in the past, or why something had to change, be adjusted. I feel like you're putting a good vibration out there. Interesting. I feel like you're exuding, good vibes. I feel like your vibration's quite high in the next 48, and it's helping you achieve a lot and feel good through it. Okay, through it all. Let's continue and pull some oracle. Nobody's saying this is going to be a perfect next 48, but it just feels good. I like your energy. And I feel like other people are going to like your energy, okay? Your personality, all the meanwhile, potentially sprucing up your looks, taking care of oneself, implementing self-care. They're saying let the struggle dissipate. But we have Universal Merkaba talking about, what does this even say? A sacred purpose. You have the answer, or answers, I want to say, and lucid dreaming. So I feel like there's a lot of vivid dreamers being drawn to the reading. I know I'm definitely one of them, and I have Taurus in my Mars. But I feel like your sacred purpose in this lifetime, your destiny, is being highlighted in so many ways in the next 48, and that could be tied into you being right. And I feel like some of which have predictive nature and or healing energy, and that's coming into play and tying into your purpose. But I feel like people see you as somebody who's going places, knows what they're doing, feeling very powerful, but not heavy in energy in the next 48. And this feels angelic. It feels good. It feels like you're being backed up and guided, surrounded by certain very powerful angels is what I'm getting. I do feel like there is some spiritual messing with in the next 48, but it doesn't feel like something you can't handle, and it doesn't feel like it's dampering your mood per se, or just your vibration. It's not putting out that passion within. But the Angelic Realms card, talking about a team effort, charity, validation, look at that, validation, being proven right, and patience all the meanwhile. So I do feel like there are levels of patience needed in the next 48, but your good vibe, your good mood, enjoying oneself at certain points, that's helping you have patience. You know, when you're not in a good mood, and then it's hard to have patience with certain annoyances or factors, certain obstacles. But I do feel like you're getting a lot done in the next 48. And there's a focus on you helping people, or just being helpful in nature, good karma coming into play. I do feel like your connection to a goal is coming through. Very interesting. You might find this is a new goal you're coming up with, or it could be reminded to keep that in mind moving forward, whether it's a new investment, something you should be saving up for, therefore don't overspend. But I do feel like there's thoughts of where your mind drifts to in moments of simplicity or just spacing out. And again, I feel like there's a focus on your dreams, your literal dreams, when you're daydreaming at times, but more commonly, the dreams that you remember. It feels like you're entering a new realm when you're dreaming at one point. Okay. It feels like you are being very much spiritually messed with and assisted through your dreams. And that is something I experience every single time I sleep. But I do feel as if there may be a nightmare that you're meant to forget. Okay. But consciousness at the bottom of the deck, talking about self-awareness, personal realizations, and prejudice. I feel like there's a piece about you at certain points that is quite likable and honorable. All the meanwhile, it's helpful for you. It's like you're not stressing oneself out, and you're not letting anything outside of you take control of your inner peace or diminish it, but it feels like you're very self-aware of your mannerisms, your movements, your accomplishments, little moments of being spoken through, or big moments for some, spiritually. But I also feel like you're very aware of the synchronicities that Spirit's pushing you to notice in the next 48 angel numbers. They're saying faces in the most random spots, things making up a face, or you get the point. That also happens to me all the time. But it feels like you're gaining a lot of downloads in the next 48, all right? Intuitive hits, and these need to be digested and trusted all the meanwhile. I feel as if you need to trust your intuition when it comes to certain downloads that are coming through spiritually, because there could be one or two in the next 48 that isn't 100% or at all the truth. And so it's a reminder to you wholeheartedly that your intuition is on point, period. All right. I mean, you're a damn Taurus. So you need to be trusting what you feel and comes to be. Look at that, karmic lessons. All right. I feel like someone around you or that you're wrapped up with, potentially energetically connected to, is dealing with some karma on their end. It could be positive, but it feels quite negative, while I feel like you're gaining some positive karma. Okie dokie. Let's shift on forward and pull from the, let's do the light seers. Bear with me. Should have grabbed that before. Look at that, the bottom of the deck. This is from a daily read, but it feels quite relevant. The High Priestess, we'll put that right in the middle. And going back to the consciousness card, look at that. 2 images so far in this reading out of the 4 cards we've used where there's closed eyes. So again, focus on rest at times, dreams, visions. You might find oneself closing your eyes at a certain point, whether that was in your control or not, and you see something of importance, all right? And Spirit's saying that this is purposeful. Trust it. Take a moment to digest it if need be, but again, I feel like you're being proven right. You might see a vision of the future in the next 48, or you might have somebody else more so have a vision and that helps you out. You might think about getting your own personal tarot reading, but I do feel like there's watching of certain tarot readings in the next 48 either way on YouTube and stuff of that nature. If you have your own oracle cards, I would find a deck that you feel most drawn to and pull from that in the next 48 at a certain point, if not multiple, because I feel like this is going to help you. Yeah, of course, go ahead and pull some tarot as well, but it feels like specifically they're saying there's an oracle card or two that needs to come out to show you something or to prove you right. I feel like this could be in regards to the upcoming change for you that's very important. Feels like a wish fulfillment, something that's aligned with you at this point along your path. But it feels like, look at this. Beautiful. That was easy. Keywording. Feels like things feel quite satisfying in the next 48, fulfilling. A sense of you gaining justice for having a good heart, for being positive in your intentions, helping people out even for some. For doing, they're saying God's work, but I feel like doing Spirit's work for a lot, or both. The Ace of Cups over here, because it feels like due to your sacred purpose, due to your hardworking nature, there's a sense of love flowing towards you online for some, and or just people reaching out, people thinking about you in such a positive, angelic light. And I feel like there's just a lot of love within you in the next 48, as corny as that sounds, but it's true. And that's coming through in a very strong and caring way when you're producing, developing, when you're communicating, when you're helping in certain ways. But it feels like this is just a very magical next 48 where the guidance is consistent, left and right, intuitively, spiritually. It just feels like you're flowing throughout the next 48 and seeing one's cup overflowing with abundance and levels of justice coming to be quite nicely. And it's well deserved. It feels like you are being reminded, you are one protected soul, my friend. You are one protected soul. So rest that heart and prepare for some upcoming changes. One in particular, once again, that is right for you. Okay, it reminds you that again, you're being proven right for putting something to rest or just making a decision, changing something up, taking something on. It feels like you're being reminded of the type of career choice or choices and the type of investments that just aren't right for you. Okay. And you might even be looking into and learning more about what's going to be right for you in regards to a new position for work. It could be a new investment. It could be you looking for love, romance in your life, that perfect somebody, that soulmate. And it could be on more than one level, more than one new beginning for you moving forward. But with the Seven of Cups, you have a lot of options. All right. And so I wouldn't be surprised if there's efforts going towards seeing that new door opening for oneself. Spirit's saying it is very much guided by the spiritual realm to give you new levels of success, in more than one way, I feel. But I do feel as if you do have to put in that effort, right? Apply to that job or multiple. Reach out. They're saying swipe right. So you could be on Tinder or just another dating app. However it works for you, a little bit of effort will go a long way, and push that destined door, if not multiple, to open for you. But it does feel like there's money coming in the next 48. There's abundance, to say the very least. But I do feel like all the meanwhile, there are moments in the next 48 where you will have to, again, have that patience due to certain factors with your spirituality when you're trying to get things accomplished. But then other times you don't need to really have that patience. But it just feels like it's a very independent next 48 where your solitude feels rewarding, it feels comforting. But then when you connect with people, that also feels rewarding. Something you're watering is growing quite nicely. And I do feel like there's just thoughts of the past and then clarity coming in regards to your future. I feel like it's going to be an amazing next 48. Let's just put it that way. All right. It's going to be very magical, very rewarding, and very eye opening. Okay. But then there's that significance to when you close your eyes. But yeah, the next 48 proves to you in multiple ways on different levels that you are right. You're on point, and things are about to improve and become much more positive for you moving forward. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll definitely see you next time.